want to showcase what's so great about the Iowa soybean industry.
Hello, and welcome to this edition of The State of Soy. I'm Michaela Jordan, reporting from Stigler and Ames, where we're going behind the scenes during the creation and production of the Iowa Soybean Review magazine. I'm joined today by Bethany Barada, editor of the Iowa Soybean Review, and Chris Coppinger, senior account executive for Stigler, who works with the Iowa Soybean Association. Bethany, the Iowa Soybean Review has been bringing farmers industry news for several decades now. Give us the history of the Iowa Soybean Review magazine.
The Iowa Soybean Review was first published in 1989 by the Iowa Soybean Association. So this year we'll be celebrating our 35th anniversary. So we're excited to continue this tradition of bringing soybean industry news and information to soybean farmers in Iowa.
I know each year the Iowa Soybean Association publishes 12 issues of the magazine. How does your editorial team find content each month that's relevant to Iowa farmers?
So finding content and information for farmers really begins with talking to farmers. We're on farms, we're at events where farmers are. We keep up with the markets and information, and we package that to bring it all to farmers to help them be more profitable and productive on their farms. So whether that's through information about the markets, new techniques and ways they can increase their yield per acre, or just highlights about the markets and exports or demand, or featuring farmers in our state who are doing great things in their community, we want to showcase what's so great about the Iowa soybean industry.
Your editorial team is meeting farmers where they're at and then turning that content into the Iowa Soybean Review. What does that creation process look like for your team?
Yeah, so really on Monday mornings we have an editorial team meeting where we hash out what's going on for the week, and then from there we go into writing and creation. And then we assign it to our photographer, so she works closely with farmers and experts to gather that images for our magazine. And then it goes on to our designer, Susan, who puts it all together. So she's designing all 32 pages of our magazine, and then once that 32-page magazine is complete and designed and edited several times, it then moves on to Stigler where they work their magic.
Chris, some of our readers may have noticed that on the first page of the magazine there's a small stamp that mentions soy-based ink. Why is soy-based ink important to Stigler?
Very important. In fact, back in the 70s, it was petroleum-based ink. And with the oil crisis back then, the newspapers were the one that started it first, and they came up with a soy-based ink. Well, people liked it, because petroleum-based ink is hazardous. Soy-based ink is not. It's a recyclable ink and it's a recyclable paper. So all that is just great for the environment.
With the magazine, we were able to see some of the production today, the papers going through the printers. How long does that production process take?
We do a press check, and as soon as we get that signature, it's go time. And it's a big run. 3 shifts one day, 3 shifts the next day. So just 2 days in just pure printing. But it's interesting, the press that we're printing it on, we have the luxury of having what's called an 8-color press. It'll print one side, flip it, and then print the other side. So it's 16 pages are all printed in one pass. We also work on Iowa Soybean Association's apparel. It's taken a long time to develop a really robust Iowa Soybean Company store, and today is, just by chance, is the launch of the store.
Wrapping up with the Iowa Soybean Review, what can farmers look forward to on the horizon with the magazine?
In the mailboxes coming soon will be the August Iowa Soybean Review magazine. So it's just in time to celebrate August, which is soybean month in Iowa. So in this magazine, you can expect to find highlights regarding the Iowa Soybean Association's research agronomy team, who is prominently featured on our cover. You can also expect to see some program highlights, so different programs that our farmers are involved in. All that and more coming in August, Iowa Soybean Review, with much more on the horizon.
You heard it here. Be sure to check your mailboxes for the Iowa Soybean Review, which should be coming to your house sometime this week. Thank you, Chris and Bethany, for your time today and all you do to share valuable news with Iowa soybean farmers. Reporting for this edition of The State of Soy, I'm Michaela Jordan.
Progress is a human invention. We look at our world and we imagine how to make it better. That's the power of human ingenuity. We can redefine what's possible. At Bayer, we're shaping the future of agriculture. Like farms where all life grows together. It's not impossible, it's progress.